So I've come to the decision that I'm probably going to um I guess actually commit to studying since I really have nothing else going on ever any time in my life. I of course I do study sometimes. It's just not as I forgot to take these today. Um it's not as it'll go hardcore for like a month and then I'll break for like a month and then I'll go hardcore again. I've come to the conclusion that hardcoring it for more than 1 month is probably gonna be my best bet if I want to do anything in life. So, I think I'm just going to actually hardcore it and see where we get. Now, what I'm talking about is studying for a test that I've been studying for since, well, I think spring of 2022, since no one says that anymore, I will start saying the 2000 part. And I have decided that I'm really going to do it. Now, I have been reading a book relating to the test. The problem is, the problem is actually taking the practice test while reading the book. Especially for this past year, I started reading the book. I'm a little bit more proud of myself than I probably should be because I started doing this thing called reading while traveling, in which I would be on public transportation and I would read the book that would help me with the test. Which is something I never thought I would do because I would end up bringing it to, obviously, my work, and then having to carry around that big old book. But it worked out great because I would sit on the train and read and it would be fine. It would work out great. And I would get through a chapter of the book. And so now, after taking one section of a 4-section test and getting a very baseline score of what I've been getting for the past 3 years, 2 years, 2 years, and then clicking on a woman's video talking about all the schools that she's applied to since taking the test, and the ones she's gotten into and the ones she has not gotten into, and me keep saying, oh, I'm going to do this, and I want to do this after I do this, and then realizing that I'm not really working towards doing that thing not working towards that thing, and then realizing once I'm done here, I'm really going to have nothing. And if I really want to be done here by a certain time and be done with just everything, I think I would really need to grind it out and actually get it done. And I can do that for the month of August. And I'm going to start doing that now. I just need to find time. I always do this thing where I'm on the internet and I'm just doing nothing. I keep looking at the same websites, Gmail. What else do I look at? What tabs are open? I can't see. I think it's just Gmail and YouTube, which are all both pretty sad. It's kind of weird because Gmail's kind of become my social media because I deleted all of it. Still have it. I just don't have it on my phone. And deactivated all of it because it was just like, this is pointless and I don't like looking at any of it. I don't know. This just like, I think there's this old joke of opening up the same apps after every day and like nothing changing. So yeah, I don't know. So finding time is one big thing, and then getting it done is another big thing, and then we're gonna see what happens from there. But other than that, that's it. It's currently storming. I'm really hoping it storms so bad that I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Granted, it would be one lost day of work, but it's also just like kids every day from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Mondays is just a lot. Especially after dealing with kids for... How long did I deal with them for? Oh man, I can't even remember now. A full school year, so like from August to April. Granted, they didn't get out until June. Still, it's still a lot. But I don't know, summer camp could be worse. It could be actual school. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. So, this video is me. I hate this. I think I'd rather be a tree than a human being. At least trees don't. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. This is a commitment video, and this is me actually putting myself out there to do that. Oh, one other thing. I realized that the reason why I also wanted to do this is not just because I wanted to do this and want to do this and I've wanted to do this for a very long time to study for the test and get a good score, but also because after taking the section in which it took me, I think, an hour to complete, I got no notifications. And I know that that's probably not a big deal, and it really shouldn't be a big deal, but it's also kind of a wake-up call to me, and I guess anyone else who always puts off studying, of like, nobody likes you anyway. Maybe that's not how I should put it, but no one's going to... No one's always going to be in your circle to talk to you all the time or have space for you all the time. In fact, especially if you didn't grow up with them or you didn't, if you're friends in passing, it's just not going to be this constant, like, oh, what are you doing every single day? Like some people have. I think some people have that for whatever reason, and I think it's not for a whatever reason. I think in some ways their lives are linear, where growing up in one place and then ending at another place, growing up in the same town your entire 18 years is great, and it leaves you with more stability mentally and subconsciously than it does other people who grow up moving from place to place. And I'm not going to say that I was someone who moved from place to place, but I did move a decent amount of times to where it was maybe not... How did I get onto this subject? Essentially, my whole point was no one's texting me anyway, so I might as well study. That's what this was. That's what that was. Yeah, I think that's it. My goal is to take the test in, well, I think you have to sign up by the middle of August to take the test in September. So October. I think I take the test in October. So that's the goal. So I have July and August to really get it down, and then September to be freshen up with everything, because I'll be starting all of my things and I'll only have time to read anything on the weekends. And then October is gonna be it. So here's me putting it out into the world of me actually doing something that's not sitting around doing nothing because I have no one to hang out with ever. So that's it. Bang.
Really? You think we could?
Absolutely. I'm as creative as the first spider to spin a web.
Hey, you know how we always dreamed about having a house that comes out of our butts?
What?
Huh? Yeah, butt house.